Jolan True, citizens, and welcome to the Priority One Republic live stream, multicasting live via Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch on July 30th, 2022. I'm General Tony, and tonight we are holding our intelligence briefing on Molrion 1, or, if your universal translator didn't catch that, New Romulus Command Center number 1. Joining me tonight are my two co-hosts, Admiral Panda and Tal Shiar, Agent Jesse. Greetings, guys. How are you?
I'm enjoying my new promotion, apparently.
I want a promotion?
Well, I thought I'd throw in Romulan-esque, ranks instead of Armada ranks, but, whatever. I bent the rules a little. I've been
pray he does not bend them further.
Oh Lord!
Look, man, you talked me into having wine tonight after I told you I was too tired to, and
yeah, I did.
So I don't know how far this is going to go, but we're going to ride this. We're going to ride this space whale till it derails spaces, runs a nebula, falls to gravity, enters black hole, something like that.
I don't know, but now I know my title for Mirror Month next year is going to be whatever bad influence in Latin is.
Well, as you all in the chat, and by the way, hi everybody, let me do some shout outs here. Let's see, we have Matt Black, Vice Admiral Mallory, Nova, Jaquito Seal, Teacher Guy, PC Cube 420, Cow Things, Deputy Way, Hyper Hydra, Hatsune Miku.
Claudia.
Did I get that right? Am I close enough? Jason! Hello, Jason!
The
Fowler Robert. Man, Twitch names are hard.
They're always so
man.
long.
You're not Winters. You don't have the excuse.
I don't have an accent stumbling in my way. Is that what it is? So as you all probably know, there's a lot of news last week. A tremendous amount of news, like so much news from Star Trek Online and the Star Trek universe in general, that they barely left any for us this week. So it will be a relatively short news segment, roundtable, and then we will hop right in. And actually, Jesse, why don't you tell us what we have planned for today's show?
Of course. During our intelligence briefing, we will be discussing this week's event from Star Trek Online. So pour yourself some Califal and join us on New Romulus Command Center number 1. We'll also review recent happenings in the Priority One Armada Republic, or Priority One Republic, and recognize our extending citizens. With this briefing concluded, we will leave the homeworld and warp to the Undine battlezone for our weekly away mission to defeat the Undine invaders, eliminate the Voth threat, and defeat the Republic. At least I would hope not. And mostly importantly, earn some dilithium. Your character needs to be level 50 to join.
And before all of that is our first giveaway of the show. So, in the spirit of the last few weeks, citizens, for your chance to win 999 Lolanet favors, generously donated by Captain Phil. And as a matter of fact, Phil let us know that he is attending a convention right now as we speak, and earlier he got to hang out with Mr. Shatner, and I think he may have even caught up with Gates McFadden. So he's living the Trek life while we're here on New Romulus talking about how much fun he's having. So anyway, Captain Phil was kind enough to donate a stack of Lolanet favors, and for your chance to win those favors, type into the chat the word vacation.
I think you said vacation.
I just got back from a vacation. I was in Maine. I was in Maine for a week, for actually over a week, and then also I've just been kind of like doing fun stuff for the last few weeks. So, but this week it's back to work. So,
Wah, wah, wah.
This concept of vacation you speak of sounds fascinating.
True.
We can discuss theoretical matters such as vacations later. In the meantime, the Priority One Republic wants to hear from you in game, so join us on our Priority One chat channel by typing in that in-game chat box /channel_join space Priority One, all one word, and then hit the enter key.
And if you want to become a citizen of the greater Priority One community, then head over to the Priority1Armada.com. We have multiple Federation and KDF fleets for you to start your career in the Priority One Armada today.
Declare your allegiance to the Priority One community with Priority One Armada themed merchandise.
No.
I was wondering about
That's my
this.
fault. In fact, Winter specifically told me to take that section out, and I completely missed it. That is entirely my fault.
How could you?
This is what happens when Tony goes on vacation and then comes back to do a show.
All right,
And
so
starts
clearly
drinking.
Tony can never go on a vacation again.
No.
Or be
No.
told to have a drink.
Well, for the time being, declare your allegiance by doing what Jesse said and going to PriorityOneArmada.com to
Yes.
become a great citizen of the greater Priority One community.
Yep.
Join us.
It's so important we had to say it twice. So
Yes.
Well, it's been a busy week for the for the Ramada Inn. I don't know why I was going to say Ramada. Maybe I didn't even go to a Ramada. I don't know why I would say that. Although in my younger days I did some karaoke at a Ramada once, but that's the only time I've ever been to a Ramada. I don't know where the hell Ramada came from. So, by the way, if you haven't made your way over here, come to the new Ramada Command Center, instance number 1, for tonight's roundtable.
New Ramada Command Center.
the new
I'm calling it
the
that
new
from now on.
Center.
the new.
I'm calling it that from now on.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's been a busy week for the Romulan people and our allies in Star Trek Online, and the Republican intelligence has a lot for us to review. So, Panda, tell us, what do you have to report on... is that it? Yeah, that is it, right? Yeah. The galaxy going to red alert. Again!
We still never get a break, do we?
Nope.
I mean, you might think that, but just for confirmation, I'm looking in the event.
No. It's another red alert. This is correct.
Just not posted yet.
It was announced on. No, it's on the.
Site?
Yeah, it's on the site, and on the 10 Forward live stream, Ambassador Kale talked about how they had not intended to do 2 in a row, but they needed more time for something. So I think for the next event, maybe, I don't know. But he said that they were not intending to do it, but they had to do it. So
Okay. Well, having just summarized the entire context around this entire event, which we will now actually discuss, because yes, the galaxy is once again going to red alert. Again. From August 2nd, there is no one there. God, this show is just off to a rocking start. From August 2nd to August 16th, all of Star Trek Online's Red Alert events will be returning at once, as the Final Frontier is caught in a massive invasion on all sides. During this event, you'll be able to play the following content: the Borg, the Alachi, the Tholian, the Nakul, and the Zenkethi Red Alerts. That last one, the Zenkethi Red Alert, still has a fail condition, so, watch out for that one. In addition to their usual rewards, the Task Force operations will also grant daily bonus progress. Yes, you will receive 1 daily progress each day for completing 1 Red Alert, doesn't matter which one, on any character on your account. After you receive 10 daily progress, you'll be rewarded with a package containing the following: once per account, that ultimate tech upgraded, that specialization point, and yes, that experimental ship upgrade. Red Alert Task Force operations are available to captains of level 50 or higher. Head out and defend the galaxy. Go to Red Alert.
So, Jesse, are you excited about another Red Alert event?
Yes, I very much am. I want more stuff.
Well, Deputy Way in the chat is asking for some Elite Boff upgrade tokens, which I think that would be a pretty cool idea. Although, to be honest, I wish they would... Yeah, PC Cubed, I wish they would give out more Captain upgrade tokens, because... I think because I almost on principle alone refuse to purchase them from the Zen store.
They're not cheap.
No, and it always confused me why they decided to, because they hand out the ship upgrade tokens like they're candy. Wow, I almost said something else. Jesus. Panda, I'm done with this glass of wine, and I feel like you have made me make a bad decision.
I tried to warn you.
You did, Jesse. You may have, you could have possibly saved the show if but you didn't. So whatever.
Really, this is your fault, Jesse.
Yeah,
I tried.
We'll blame it on the new guy.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, but they you can always get ship upgrade tokens. I mean, I have a stack of them. I have 20 something characters, and I still have extra ship upgrade tokens that I haven't used yet. But they've only ever, I can only remember them giving out a captain upgrade token once.
Yeah,
and
when it first came out, they think they did one of their events that had it attached to it. The rest have been ship upgrade tokens.
Yeah, and everybody's more excited. I mean, everybody, like, I know some players who just play space exclusively. Like, they stay away from, ground combat like it's a, I don't know, global pandemic disease. And yet they charge, you for the captain upgrade tokens, but I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me that they do that. I can't imagine that they make a ton of money on those captain upgrade tokens.
As Chiquita Seal points out, other than Winters, more people have the ship to captain ratio is less than 1 for most people. So it makes sense from a character and ship volume perspective. It's like, yeah, you're going to need a lot more people are going to need more tokens for their ships than they will for characters, because like I've got more ships than I am comfortable disclosing to a financial advisor, but like I only have 3 characters.
I see. So you're saying because one character can use multiple different ships, that you would need more ship upgrades.
Correct.
Then okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Like
Sense.
how many ship slots do you get for free? Just like signing in and having a pulse and making a character. How many ship slots do you just get?
It's a lot. I mean, it's probably like 10.
Yeah, so figure for every one character, there is a minimum of 10 ships.
Well, you have 10 slots. You don't necessarily have 10 ships, but I can see what you're saying, because when new ships come out, you may want to try them on on that one character. Because I have to, thank you for reminding me that I, like Winters, am the exception, and that there is a vast majority of players that do not, in fact, have 20 plus characters, and have been playing the game for 12 plus years. So it makes sense, I guess. So, but as far as this red alert goes, Panda, are you excited about it?
I am kind of excited as a method for generating mastery XP on all those ships that I just am uncomfortable disclosing, but haven't actually managed to get a chance to fly yet. I will tell you, the best venue for mastery XP is just the board red alert, because you get a heinous amount in like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 if no one really knows what they're doing.
Yeah, and the thing about this is that don't they take the cooldown away too during this event?
Yes, you can spam it.
Yes.
So you can just rip through those over and over and over and over and over again, and that is one really good positive. And to be honest with you, I think that probably a lot of people are excited about this because of all the things that you two have said, and plus it's just an easy, straightforward thing to do. It's super quick, and but I bet a lot of people are going to take advantage of it and spam them through for whatever reasons, be it ship XP, or just to get the marks, or even to do ISA damage runs, and just to track their damage on their new builds or whatever. So I think this is good. I always enjoy the red alert events, the sort of buffers they give us in between major events. So I think it'll be fine. I think it's great. I think people are happy with this. So Jesse, why don't you tell us how Panda is going to buy more ships?
Oh, he's going to save 40% on legendary items. That's what he's going to do. So, captains, the ships of the Star Trek are a character unto themselves, and we players find ourselves attached to these ships that have become legendary. Now, you can own those legendary ships for a lot cheaper from now until July 31st. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. or PT Pacific time, you can save 40% on all legendary bundles Star Trek Online has ever released, including the 10 ship legendary bundle. That's right, the anniversary bundle is back for limited time, captains. Get your hands on those ships that come back with every look, trait, and console that's ever been released for them up to this point on their initial sale, and take a captain up to level 65 instantly. So do not miss out, because they will disappear quickly.
So Panda,
Ooh, yes.
how many more ships are you going to be buying during this sale?
Specifically from a legendary bundle? Probably 0.
0, really? Is that because you don't see any of interest, or because you own all of them already?
The goal of like the legend, the legendary bundle, if you're already at level 65, it's kind of like, okay, that's 7200 Zen for the ship, and additional accessories and whatever. But to specific, okay, so Deputy Way says the D7 is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the one legendary ship that I'm really like, I really would think about spending the money is the T6, the legendary Vesta with the which is a name.
It's
that
I had the name. Hold on.
It's the Celian or Kalian, however we're pronouncing it, and it's just damn pretty.
It's really good too, to be honest with you, Panda. It's really good.
So Jesse, are you going to take advantage of this sale at all and pick up any of these legendary bundles?
I may not already have. I owned most of these bundles already, just from over time slowly getting them. I purchased myself before the show the Legendary Romulan Captain bundle because, let's face it, I don't play KDF or Romulan characters very often because I'm more of a Fed player. So I'm like, do I really want to play or just spend some money and get myself an upgrade token? Let's see here. And so that's what I did.
Nice. I'm looking through the sale right now, and I probably I'll tell you what. There's two bundles that I've got my eye on. One of them is the Mirror Universe bundle, because which I guess isn't. Oh, it is. It comes with a legendary Dreadnought cruiser, which, by the way, is the All Good Things Enterprise is probably my favorite Star Trek starship of all time. I absolutely
it is gorgeous.
Love that.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Like, I think it even slightly edges the regular Enterprise D for me for some reason. It just when I first saw that episode, because I watched that episode when it first aired, when it first aired, and when that ship comes up like from the bottom and phaser lances that Negvar Klingon ship and then flies through the explosion, like, oh my lord, my deuterium was flowing and my nacelles were pulsing. It's such a good, I don't know, I just love that ship. And when the first time it was released in the game, I think I've told this story probably on the show before, but for the two of you that haven't heard it before, I'll tell it again. When that ship was first released into the game as a T5, before there were T6s, it was only available through the referral programs, and you basically had to get 10 of your friends or 10 people in general to sign up and subscribe to the game for a month in order to get the ship. And so I needed to have that ship so much. I got about 6 people to actually sign up and play the game for a month, and I couldn't find 4 other people. So I created 4 other accounts and subscribed for a month on each of those accounts just so I could get the referrals to get the ship. And
Bad.
And so that's how much I love that ship. And I have every version of the ship except for this one. And it's funny because I must have missed this bundle. I don't even remember this coming out. And then somebody asked me, I think it was Selleck, a few weeks ago or a couple months ago, and he was like, oh, that's your favorite ship, so you must have that bundle. And I was like, wait, what bundle? And he's like, oh, the Mirror Universe bundle. And I was like, no, I don't. Like, I should get that. So, and I just created a character that I think is going to be a Mirror Universe character, so I think I'm gonna take the plunge. Plus, this is probably the cheapest bundle that's on sale. The other bundle that I'm excited about is that legendary bundle with the legendary Federation bundle with the legendary.
It's just a Vesta. That's basically what they're calling it.
Yeah, the Kalian whatever Salian, and the reason why I'm interested in this bundle is because of the wait, it does come with it, right? The special environmental suit.
I'm not sure if it does.
This one
can
comes.
find out.
No,
I thought it. Isn't this the one that comes with it? This is the one that comes with it, isn't it?
Which environmental suit are you talking about?
This bundle contains full sets of personal equipment. Depends on what that personal equipment means.
I thought this one came with. So it's the environmental suit that Bashir wears during that the one where you go onto the Herc ship.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like the standard. Is it like a standard Federation one?
No, well,
One?
it's similar to the standard Federation one, but it's been updated and changed a little bit. It actually looks like a cross between the First Contact one and the Discovery one, and but it's the one that he wears. I swear it was in this bundle, but I'm not seeing it in here at all. It was in a bundle when it first came out, and I thought it was this one, but I guess I'm wrong. If anybody in the chat knows, please correct me or tell me I'm not crazy, because
I think it's in one of those bundles. I just can't remember which one it is.
I thought for certain it was that particular bundle, because I remember being upset because I'm not crazy about this particular ship, and I already have all the consoles that it comes with. So it has to be that one, because I have it has to be that one. Anyway, these are the two bundles I'm excited for. I'm probably going to pick up the Universe bundle. The Mirror Universe bundle. But anyway, oh good, at least Gumball Kinnison is telling me that I'm not crazy. It does come with a Vesta. Okay, all right. Yeah, so I'm not crazy. Oh, why did everybody turn around on me? What happened?
Because of you astroturfing your way to a mirror dreadnought?
Oh, I see. All right, well, whatever.
All right, everyone, he's been shamed. Go back to your room.
Yeah.
Jesse, why don't you go ahead and update us on Xbox and PS4 news?
Of course, Xbox and PS4 news. They are a little late to the party. Captains on console are getting the Terran Anchorage Dreadnought Carrier. I probably just butchered that, but that's okay. Starting on August 2nd, this ship, of course, only available in the Infinity Lockbox, as we all already know. Starting this past Thursday, Star Trek Online launched the Admiralty Bonus event on Xbox and PlayStation from July 28th to August 4th. Your Admiralty missions will give you out a bonus reward during this special event. You'll find that all of your assignments give you out double campaign XP, allowing for faster progression, no matter whose mission you're completing. Getting good with the Ferengi, serve the Federation, or the Klingon Empire, or help to rebuild the Romulan Republic. In addition to all Tours of Duty missions, will award bonus to lithium ore during this event. Command your fleet to take to the stars. The Hold the Line at Pavo event will go live on consoles August 2nd and will be running until August 23rd. Completing 14 of these events will reward players with the Mirror Coalition uniform, 3 featured TFO reward boxes, and 25,000 lithium. That's a must-have. Must-have that. Temporal anomalies have been opened, a hole to an alternative universe. One with a fantastic sale, Captains. But this flash sale will only be available for a limited time. From now until 10 a.m. Pacific time on August 1st, on Xbox and PlayStation, hurry and grab yourself some items at one of the largest discounts ever before the portal shuts, and it's lost forever. Flash sale is save 30% on research and development packs and duty officer packs. Don't wait, the flash sale anomaly will be gone before you know it.
So, console captains, some fun stuff coming down the pike here right quick. Hopefully you guys will, any of you guys on the old Xbox fleet looking to pull that new Terran ship, good luck, and enjoy that Admiralty bonus event. So there were no patch notes posted for this week. Again, I think it's just a busy week last week, but hopefully they'll post them soon. If not, we'll update the patch notes next week. And so now we'll hop into Armada news. So Accolade Hunter continues this Monday. James has started a community build project where you, the viewers, can vote on what gear equipment James puts on his ship. as he's just got all Accolade Hunters reputations to Tier 5, allowing a better build overall. Do we go full budget build or make James spend loads of money? The choice is yours. Also, yeah, I've always vote money.
You know my answer.
Colony Sim Sundays. Tomorrow we continue the Colony World Invasion simulations every Sunday for the Priority One Zeta fleet. This is in an effort to build up provision supplies, which are staggeringly low at the moment due to the high number of upgrades that have been done lately. Currently, it takes just over 2 days to build up enough provisions to put a single day's worth of projects on cooldown. We hope that this new limited time event will build up our supply of provisions, which will help us to get to a Tier 5 colony in Priority 1 Zeta Fleet. Every Thursday is TFO Thursday. This event is for all Priority 1 Armada members and offers a chance for us to team up together and earn marks, XP, and most importantly, dilithium. To check the time for this event, head to the Fleet window, click on the Events tab, as I follow along here, and to see the event in your local time zone. Moving on to the Priority One Romulan Republic fleet has put the Transwarp Conduit 4 project on cooldown, so thanks to everyone who helped get that done. The KDF side, the Klingon High Council fleet, has finished a short list of 20-hour upgrades and is now working towards a Tier 5 starbase and colony world. The Romulan Tal Shiar fleet is currently working on projects for the Tier 4 colony world and Tier 5 starbase, so plenty of opportunities for fleet credits to be gained there. The Priority 1 Zeta Fleet and Ferengi Alliance is also working on projects for the Tier 5 colony world and Tier 5 starbase, so more opportunities for fleet credits to be gained. If you're interested in joining any one of our specialist fleets like the Ferengi Alliance, the Klingon High Council, the Romulan Republic, or the Romulan Tal Shiar fleet, you can submit your application on the Priority 1 Armada website once you have reached the fleet rank of captain in any of our primary fleets. These specialist fleets offer 25% reduced requirements for all promotions, as well as instant access to all fleet stores. Priority 1 Armada wants you on Twitter. We'd love to boost our social media followers, so each month we're giving away 10 Lockbox Master Keys, 1 T6X token, and 1 Fleet Ship Module. All you have to do is just follow our Twitter account at P1 Armada, retweet our promotional tweets, and or comment on our promotional tweets to enter. To make sure you follow us, retweet and comment for more chances to win. Check out our Twitter account at P1 Armada. We'd like to shout out to, we'd like to do a shout out to people who make donations to the fleet. These donations cover everything from website hosting fees, production software for the show, domain name fees, IFTTT services, restreaming software, etc. And this week, we'd like to shout out to Captain Isha at RS Lucas Avis. So thank you very much, Captain Isha, for your generous donation, and it certainly helps us produce this show for you guys. So hopefully, if you see Captain Isha, go ahead and thank them for that donation. If you would like to support the Priority 1 Armada, you can make a donation on our website and receive a thank you package based on the amount you donate. Visit PriorityOneArmada.com to find out more. All right. So tonight's away mission is going to be at the Undine Battle Zone. But before we go, let's do our first giveaway. So for 999 Lola Nut favors, you had to type in the word vacation. So let's pick a winner here. And the winner is... Oh, there we go. The winner is... GNOP15. Congratulations.
Congrats,
GNOP15. I believe you are a Twitter viewer. No, I'm sorry, a Twitch viewer. So go ahead and private message our Twitch account with your in-game @ handle. So I need your in-game @handle, and I will send you those favors after the show tonight. So that is a 1 full stack, 999 Lolanut favors. So I think tonight is the last week we're giving out favors. Next week we'll have some new prizes, and that nearly 1,000 Lolanut favors goes a long way. I mean that almost buys a new Ryzian kit module, or a kit, or I think a vanity shield, or a really nice floater. I mean, all kinds of cool stuff you can get with that. So
I was going to say, I think 999 favors gets you more than just a kit module.
Does it really? I thought they were 1,000. Are they less than that? Are they less than 999? I should check. Let's check. Let's see how much they are.
Well, the frame is 1,000.
The frame is 1,000. Oh, they're 500. Oh no, they're 1,000. The kit modules are 1,000. The BOF training manuals are less, but the kit modules are 1,000.
I like how clothing costs almost as much as that.
You're specifically going after the Space Barbie enthusiasts with it.
There's a reason I didn't like the summer of it.
I mean, Space Barbie is the true end game.
It is. We say that every time, but
I mean, it's not a joke. It's like, it seriously is. I mean, like, it really is. Like, it's like, all right, great. Now, how do I customize everything to the coolest extent? So, all right. So let's start our next giveaway, and then we'll head over to
the Undine.
The answer is obviously Gorn in a Speedo. Anyway, yes, we're off to the Undine.
What?
All right. So, captains, for your chance to win another stack of 999 Lolanut favors. These ones were generously donated by our own cat. Type into the chat the word over. Over. You might get a sense of where things are going. Vacation over.
Oh boy, I wonder where it's going.
All right.
It's a real upper this time around, huh?
Is it over a rainbow or something?
All right, everybody, let's beam up and head to the Undine battle zone in the Dyson Sphere. And let's see if we can get through... I'll probably only get through 2 rounds, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do here.
With this
And
one? Sorry?
Okay, I brought something you might like.
Is it wine? Because apparently he likes wine,
no.
but only when other people
I ain't
drink
giving
it.
him wine.
No, I'm taking care of the tequila right now.
Oh, what kind of tequila are you drinking?
Oh, the kind that comes in the pre-mixed margarita.
Wow.
The exact level of classy that it deserves, let me tell you.
Tequila is my favorite hard liquor.
No, I'm kidding. It's supposedly a higher end premix with bespoke tequila that the distillery makes themselves before mixing it, but it's a pre-made margarita. Let us not. Gumball Kennison, yes, the Card Bordeaux. I also need to finish off sometime soon.
I actually have a bottle of tequila over on my bar that I built recently.
The tequila or the bar?
The bar. I built the bar recently in my
Heyo.
nerd cave, and it's not 100% finished. I have to stain the wood, but the form is there. The form is there.
Instance 3 and 2.
I am in instance 2. Yes, I'm in instance 2.
Okay. I brought your favorite ship.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Is it the Enterprise J? Because that's
Not heck no. I
because
don't want
that's
to see
the
that.
that's the best ship in the game. Oh, is that the the legendary Vesta?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, hold on,
Very
I'm turning
nice.
around.
U-turn.
Ever do a 3-point turn in a spaceship? I can't see it.
I'm in
Doesn't
the
exist.
I'm in the legendary Diderdex Miracle Worker from the legendary bundle.
I'm in my Dyson destroyer because I will probably never play another ship on this Romulan other than the Dyson. Let's be honest.
I shall keep you safe, my lord.
Oh, thanks. I probably won't need it, but all right. Let's see. Ooh, there's some ships. Let's go blow them up.
Did someone say explosion?
Yeah, this is. They don't even stand a chance.
Yeah, we said we'll probably get through too. It's like if we're not trying.
That's true. I guess we will be rather quick about this. Oh, this has already been done. What are we doing? Let's go to the next one.
Wait.
Somebody's already completed this one.
Panda, what are you flying again?
The Dyson destroyer.
I gotta find you. Hold on.
I am at Federation Point Beta. If y'all want to head over and ogle the Vanity Shield. Which Vanity Shield is this one?
Are you in the same instance?
Yeah, instance 2. I'm targeting Tony with my sensor arrays, same as you are.
Oh, I just saw you. Where'd you go?
All these controls are amazing because I've managed to forget them.
That's what span spacebar is for.
How do you even fly a spaceship anyway?
I just press red button and it goes.
On automation, I think is the correct answer. I just have my crew push all the buttons.
I was talking to Nova earlier about. I saw this big red button on my singularity core. I was really tempted to push it.
Oh, some shifty little shape-changing mother shot me from behind. Killed him.
Spam those buttons.
This isn't Mirror Month, but I'm in a mood now.
You, I guess.
It's the alcohol, I swear.
Oh my god, I'm stuck in the bubbles. Stuck in the bubbles. Oh, PC Cube, you don't need an invite. Just come to Instance 2 in the battle zone. Sorry. Let us know if you have a problem getting in. We'll get you in. Then we can put. Oh, map is full. All right. Let me see if I can invite you, and then try.
They say if you're on Fed side, I can get them in since I'm on my Fed character.
I just sent him an invite, so we'll see if that works. Oh my gosh, I'm in the goo. I'm in the goo.
Here, be careful who you tell that to.
Hey, we already heard about his dilithium flowing earlier.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, allegiances don't match. So PC Cube, are you on KDF?
Yeah, they are.
If anybody's on KDF that can invite PC Cube to this instance, that would be great. If it doesn't work out, PC Cube, after we do this run, we'll switch instances. Oh my god, shields, shields, shields!
What do you need those for?
Because
Shields are just something that takes away power from weapons!
Yes. Because I got that friggin' Undine goo all over me, so my ship is just like moving really slow. I can't. I mean, I'm already. First off, I'm in a D-Daradex, so my turn rate is like -2. So
I would suggest getting the Bowman. Its trait is extremely good for maneuverability.
That's the cruiser out of the Fed responder.
Yes, the Bozeman. I'm sorry, I didn't know if I just said Bowman. It's Bozeman.
the Bozeman, is that the that's the trait from the Bozeman?
It's a clickable, and what happens when you click it? 100% crit chance for 10 seconds, plus 582 crit, turn rate, and plus 727 flight speed for 10 seconds.
Oh,
It's a clicky.
It's a console, or it's tied to the ship?
It's a trait.
Yes,
It's a space trait.
They said this was going to be the first active ship trait that they
Oh.
used.
It is insane.
Can I put that on? Can I use that on this ship?
Yeah, it's just a normal space trait.
Oh, hello.
And there are things that can make it cool down faster.
Does the is that ship available outside of the bundle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
But
good.
As I just airily make that assertion, let me make sure of that.
Because I've got
It is. That's how I got it. I bought it outside the bundle.
I got a whole stack of
T6 ship coupon.
I got a whole stack of T6 ship coupons. I don't know what to do with.
Its
I think
console
you
is
do now.
also extremely good because the Tachyon Net Drone console gives you plus 10% crit severity and 1% crit chance. And it fires that net of like, I don't know if you guys saw the blog post for it, but it fires a net around the target, and on crit hit applies like 2,000 kinetic damage and ignores shields and shield offline for 3 seconds. Like, it's nasty.
I got some kinetic damage ships that might go good on.
And it will like decloak ships. So like, say you're doing Generator Vortex and that Dreadnought's in there, it will sometimes decloak it and drag him back out. It's hilarious. You can run, but you can't hide.
Can't even run either with the Singularity.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Here, I'll do it on this Dreadnought right here so you can see it.
is there a dreadnought? I don't see a dreadnought.
Oh, it's dead now.
Oh.
But you see the
The big net.
the net.
Oh yeah. I do
Like,
see the
anything
net.
that goes in there will be applied to it.
Oh, that's cool.
So like, the best way to do it is like grab wheel the ship, then do the net, because everything would just get sucked right into it.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, good PC Cubed. I'm glad you made it in. Undine snot bubbles. Yes, Sphinx 76. That is exactly what they are.
Ew.
Yep.
Good thing I can have the red
It's that
ship in my
time.
ship.
It's that week, isn't it? The week for snot.
Ew.
Is that a?
Well, speaking of communicable upper respiratory diseases, Comic-Con was last week.
You talking about the con crud?
I'm talking to someone who used to do Renaissance and the Dickens Christmas Fair out in San Francisco during the holidays. Yes, I know contagious crud, but that wasn't actually what I was going to mention. It was going to be.
By the way,
yeah.
Hang on, before you jump into that, when you said Dickens Christmas, I was like, Emily Dickinson wrote a Christmas thing?
Now I did.
I mean, yeah.
God, now-
By the way, if there's
and I hope it used the common meter so that it could be sung to the tune of the Pokemon theme song.
oh my god. Have you
Right?
seen
I could not stop for. I could not stop. Well, I could not stop for death. That poem. Totally read it to the. It totally matches up in meter to the original Pokemon song.
Oh, that's amazing. I love Emily Dickinson is one of my favorite poets. Have you seen the Apple Plus TV show Dickinson with Haley Steinfeld?
No.
Please do yourself a favor and watch it, because it is amazing. It is such a good show.
Restart Apple TV Plus.
It's I can't tell. Are you not watching For All Mankind?
Okay.
What?
I said I need to restart Apple TV Plus from context here.
I mean, because we're in the middle of a new season of For All Mankind, right? I mean, do you even sci-fi, bro?
What's TV?
Bro, my usual response to this kind of questions now is no. I'm in the control group.
Oh. All right. Why am I supposed to head over to this one? Am I supposed to activate this one? Why are the arrows here?
I think it's because it is that one that needs to get activated, but no one's close to it.
I'm over here, but it didn't do anything. Oh, no, we're good.
Well,
all right.
my geek cred is apparently in tatters, so I'll just have to cover it up with my long jacket variant of the Odyssey uniform that I wear at conventions.
False fire. Don't even get us started on that. We're not going to go there. I can't. I won't stop. And then Winter's
The great Winters will find out about this.
Oh yeah. Oh, it'll be terrible.
Just lithium flowing all over the place. You are so welcome for that image. Anyway, back before all this news started, what I was going to ask was, last week we had discussed, the news from Comic-Con, but y'all weren't on the show last week, so.
It's true.
How about that Comic-Con news?
Oh, hang on. Before you go ahead and talk, but my 3D print just stopped, so I gotta start a new one. So
God, that is another thing I was going to ask about, but we have to wait for you to get.
Yeah, just
we'll wait for you to get back.
Because I do want to talk about Comic-Con stuff. So let's you guys start that, and I'll be right back.
So is the best news from the convention that Strange New Worlds will be crossing over with Lower Decks, or that Lower Decks will have a crossover with Strange New Worlds?
I think both is extremely exciting, because it's gonna be funny to watch Pike interact with them. Like I'm sorry, it's just gonna be funny. The question is if they're doing a crossover into live action with Lower Decks, are they gonna play their normal characters, or are they gonna play whole different characters, just cameoed?
I don't think they can do the. I don't think they could do the crossover in live action. I just don't see it happening.
I thought there was a Stranger World crossover from Lower Deck. Like, are they doing it in the animated show, or are they doing it in Stranger World? I'm confused.
I believed it was going to be the animated show.
So Pike's showing up. That's gonna be interesting. And very exciting.
Pike's going to need just an entire animation team dedicated to the hair.
Dude, it's gonna be great. Like, watching him do comedy would be hilarious, because God knows he'd be great at it.
So to correct you,
joint understanding from the chat is both. But
it is.
Go ahead, Printer.
It is a Strange New Worlds episode, and they are crossing over and doing both live action and animated. Because at the panel, I watched the panel, and the Strange New Worlds panel started with, they introduced the cast of Strange New Worlds, and before they got started, Jack Quaid, who plays Boimler, and Tawny Newsome, who plays Mariner, crashed the panel and said, "Why aren't you guys introducing us?" And they're like, "What do you mean? This is the Strange New World panel." And she's like, "Yeah, we know. We're in season 2. And they're like, "Wait, what?" And so they confirmed that both Tawny Newsome and Jack Quaid will play Boimler and Mariner in live action, and Anson Mount said that Pike, there will be a 2D version of Pike. So
that's just so exciting.
It is going to be both a live action and animated show. So
just the fact that you're going to see Pike doing comedy is gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be great.
Until I watched the panel, I did not believe it was real. Like, I saw the news and I was like, "There's no way!" I almost swore. There's no way that this is real. Like, there's no way. Like, I get it. Like, but there's no way they're doing this. And then I watched the panel, and Anson Mount's like, "Well, it's my job to tell you guys this is what's happening." And then they came out of their mouths at the panel with Alex Kurtzman sitting right there that Tawny Newsome and Jack Quaid will play their characters live action, and that Anson Mount, there will be a 2D version of Anson Mount. So I don't know how it's going to happen, but that is the fact that they're crossing over what probably most Star Trek fans consider the best new Star Trek shows, like the two best new Star Trek shows. Like, I can't, like, I still don't believe it. Like, I just don't know.
It has to be hilarious.
We can't even comprehend what it will be. It's like looking into the surface. It's like trying to look at the surface of the sun. It's like
that moment when what's his name ascends in Lower Decks, and he's like, and he's like, why is the koala holding the universe on its back? Why is he smiling? It's like that's
going to be us. We will be ascending and watching the koala.
I just like I don't think I've ever been this excited about a Star Trek thing ever as I am about Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks crossing over. I don't understand how it can't possibly work, but they're going to do it, and I'm sure it'll be great, but I just, like, I don't know, man, like, oof.
Oh, we got planet killers.
Yeah, I'm going top left first and work our way.
Yeah, see you over here.
I'm just excited for the mixture between the two is gonna be hilarious. Like watching a live action with Pike, it's so like, they're gonna make jokes and stuff. Like in the show, they're gonna hit that stuff. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be amazing. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but it's gonna be amazing. The other thing that I really got excited about was seeing Worf in the Picard season 3 teaser. For some reason, seeing him in the makeup with the white hair, like it was like, wow, this is happening. Like,
Worf from Strange New Worlds, that kind of doesn't line up though.
No, Picard season 3.
Oh, I thought you said. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, in the Picard season 3 trailer, teaser trailer.
Isn't there another one coming back? And not just Worf? I thought it was also.
Yeah, everyone's coming back. It's the whole. Did you not see the trailer?
I don't watch television unless it's Lower Decks.
It wasn't on television. It was on the YouTube page for.
I'm slow. I'm slow.
I think it was on StarTrek.com too, but no, they did a teaser where they showed they showed everyone. They showed the whole crew of TNG, and they each said a line, and they had Raffi and Seven of Nine, and Seven's wearing. Wearing a command uniform with
something's up with
Commander Pips.
Yeah.
Well, she's in Starfleet now. I mean, she took command at the end of season 2. So
I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of want to see more Prodigy.
Sphinx, you win the award for best pun tonight. There's
me?
No, Sphinx. Sphinx 76 wins the award for best pun tonight. They said, Worf with white hair, it was not a good day to die. DYE.
Did you guys ever watch Prodigy?
A warrior's age.
Do we ever watch Prodigy? Come on. We're Star Trek fans.
I don't know, I was asking. I want to see more of it. It was actually pretty good.
We still have a whole second half of season 1.
Did they announce when it's supposed to come out? I haven't seen
Yes,
anything.
at some point. Yeah, they said so. They announced early on that it was going to be like 5 episodes. How many episodes have we seen? Have we seen 10 or 20? I forget.
We've seen 10. There's
We've
no
seen
way
10.
that
Okay.
no television season includes 20 episodes these days.
No. Prodigy does. Prodigy is 20 episodes. Season 1 is 20 episodes because they announced that five were coming when it premiered, and then they said 5 would come after whatever the break was between. I forget if it was Discovery and Picard, I think, or Picard and something else. It was last year, and then they said that the other 10 will come later in 2022.
It was just a pretty good show, and I liked it personally. So I was like, I wonder if
It's
there's
so
another
good.
one.
I was actually surprised at how good it was. I was like the first 3 or 4 episodes are like, okay, this is a kid Star Trek show on, like for Nickelodeon. Like, I get it, it's good. And then like I saw the rest of the show, and the episodes keep going. I was like, oh wow, this has got like a really good story to it, and like there's some real like dramatic stuff happening. I was like, man, this is crazy. Like the whole episode where the Janeway hologram is evil was really good, and I was like, oh man. And there's like this deeper story going on that we're gonna find out about. So like it's pretty good. It was a pleasant surprise.
I was wondering. Go ahead.
No, please.
I was surprised that the project hasn't shown up in Stowe yet, since it's been out for so long.
I think it's coming eventually. The other thing too is I am surprised that the Protostar hasn't shown up. But the other thing too is that sometimes I'm not surprised by that stuff, because they back when Discovery Season 2 came out, I think, people were asking why we hadn't seen the Enterprise from Discovery in the game, the Disco guys, and they said, well, it's because we haven't seen the rest of Season 2, so we want to see what the ship does before we release it in the game. So they actually had designed the ship in the game long before they released it. And so I have a feeling it's probably a similar situation with the Protostar, is that it's probably designed already, but they just
function.
Yeah, or same thing with the Cerritos, the California class. They had to go through a big approval process with that because it was animated.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to release the Protostar now and then at the season finale of Season 1, and it's like, oh, it's also a Transformers as well.
Don't tease me. Don't you dare tease me like that.
Well, I mean, if you think about it in game, you kind of anticipate that it'd be really good at, like, I'm guessing sector space and like that, because that's basically what it was built for in the show. It's just to create incredible speed. So I don't know. It's just an interesting thing about it.
No, but I will now continue to tease Tony with the idea of a non-small craft ship that transforms into a ground vehicle. So you could take the Protostar down to whatever that one Romulan ground map is that you're flying around your shuttle.
No, I'm talking about an actual Transformer, because there was a comic book where Star Trek the animated series crossed over with Transformers, and at the end, spoiler alert, by the way, for anybody who hasn't
thank you,
read it.
Falsefire. I'm with you on that one.
But yeah, but in the comic book, the Decepticons team up with the Klingons, and the Autobots team up with Kirk and the Enterprise, and Fortress Maximus, who in Transformers turns into a giant city, is inoperable. He's not working. So they merge. So they build this thing. Ratchet and McCoy build this thing that allows Kirk to tie his brain to Fortress Maximus. And so Fortress Maximus then scans the Enterprise and turns himself into another Enterprise that can transform. And so Kirk is controlling Fortress Maximus, that is now the Enterprise, another Enterprise. There's two Enterprises. And then, and it's called, I think it's called Fortress Tiberius, I think is the name of the Transformer. And then what happens is that they get into a battle with the Klingons and the Decepticons, and then Tripticon turns into a D7, and then he transforms into Tripticon, which is like a giant dinosaur, and they on the surface of the planet. And so then Kirk takes the Enterprise down, takes the Fortress Tiberius Enterprise down, and then transforms into Fortress Tiberius, and they have a giant fight. And then Kirk and Uhura and Sulu, I think, they all get shuttlecrafts that turn into mech suits, and then they then join the battle as well. So it's really awesome, and I'm a huge Transformers fan. And
you don't say.
Could you tell? And Hasbro has been doing crossovers with other franchises. They did a Back to the Future Transformer with the DeLorean. They did an Ecto-1 Transformer. And each of these Transformers had comics that were associated with the story. And so when I saw that one come out, I was like, "Oh, well, this is a no-brainer. We're gonna get an Enterprise Transformer," and I was so excited. And then I found out they didn't do it. So, oh my god! Anyway, now Kale, a couple weeks ago.
I'm glad you don't have it. I'm glad you're not extremely upset over this or anything, though.
I cry myself to sleep at least once a month, knowing that it probably will never happen. Now, Kale teased a couple weeks ago. Kale teased that apparently Stowe will be crossing over with something at some point, another sci-fi franchise. I swear, if it's not Transformers, I'm going to quit this game.
God knows what it could be.
You're
watching Star Wars.
It will never be Star Wars.
Hey, you never know.
First off, the approval process through Disney and Lucasfilm would be atrocious. In fact, I think there's more of a chance of it being Transformers because...
as you just indicated, Hasbro has never met a crossover event they didn't like.
Well, not only that, but Hasbro owns Wizards of the Coast, and Wizards of the Coast recently hired Cryptic to make a Magic MMO, and then...
Yeah.
I mean, look, anyway. And then the other thing is that Transformers has been doing a lot of crossovers with video games in the last couple of years. They're in... World of Tanks. They're in Sea of Ships or whatever it is. It's in
Wargaming's games, which is World of Tanks, World of Warships, and other stuff.
Yeah, and then they're also in some I forget what it's like, some Civ Builder resource game where you have whatever. Oh, okay. Borg versus Galactus would be pretty cool. I'll give you that. But I think it possibly could be Transformers because they're doing a lot of crossovers in video games. I think they were in Fortnite at one point, and
it was in Fortnite.
Well, that's true. It's
that's why I can't say in Fortnite.
At this point, I'm expecting Tintin to be in Fortnite at some point.
Yeah. Maybe we can see winners and get it crossed over.
Matt Black says that only if Galactus eats a Borg sphere like an apple, then I would charge that no, Galactus has to eat a Borg sphere like Chairman Kaga from Iron Chef, and that is the three-way crossover that I now want.
Scooby-Doo.
Iron Chef Alpha Quadrant, Iron Chef Beta Quadrant, Alpha Chef Delta Quadrant.
There we go. Oh my God, Neelix would be on the Delta Quadrant.
Neelix would be locked taping the show.
I have Neelix's cookbook.
you know the police are going to want that evidence back.
Yeah, did you know Neelix wrote a cookbook?
Does not surprise me. Deadpool in the in-game chat suggests a Battlestar Galactica class. So
Yeah, that'd be
ship
cool.
crossover that way.
Deadpool Harley Quinn crossover would be pretty cool.
Quick check, is that Deadpool Harley Quinn crossover in Stowe or just in general?
Oh, do you guys want to hear about the time Deadpool met Deathstroke in the comics?
I'm going to
So
regret this.
no, well, so Deadpool is a ripoff of Deathstroke from the comics, right? So Deathstroke is in DC, and Deadpool is in Marvel, and
Two houses both alike in dignity.
oh, there's nothing like a good Shakespeare cut.
Star Trek. Someone's got to make a Shakespeare reference.
True. So Rob Liefeld, who is the creator of Deadpool, he drew Deadpool, and he showed it to one of his co-creators, and they said, "Oh my God, that looks like Deathstroke." So Deathstroke's name in the DC comics is Slade Wilson, and Deadpool's name in the Marvel comics is Wade Wilson. So, I mean, it is a direct ripoff of Deathstroke, right? Well, about, I'd say 10 years ago, Rob Liefeld was writing comics for DC, and he wrote this Batman Superman comic where Bruce and Clark go on a cruise, and I think maybe Lois is there, I forget. Or maybe it's Clark and Lois are going on a cruise and Bruce goes with them or something. Anyway, they're there. And then from Earth 3, Ultraman and Owlman show up, and they're from the Crime Syndicate, which is basically an evil version of the Justice League from Earth 3. So Deathstroke shows up because he's been hired to assassinate Owlman. And right as he's about to do it, this guy who looks exactly like him from Earth 3 shows up and says that he's been hired to protect Owlman, and he looks and acts just like Deadpool. And every time somebody asks him who he is, or they say he's somebody else, he corrects them, and he tries to say Deadpool, but something always happens to cut him off because they can't call him Deadpool in a DC comic.
Teacher guy, I'm kind of with you. I think we need visual aids for this.
Oh my gosh, whatever. It's a good book.
Tony, I'm imagining you in front of a wall covered in pictures in red string.
Can I tell you that I, several years ago, I was, somebody asked me to submit some classes for an adult ed program, and I included a class on the Marvel Cinematic Universe as modern day mythology, and people thought it was awesome, but they didn't accept it.
Well, they would have taught that in my undergrad. We had a really nifty program where, like, you just... What the... Okay, something really funky is going on with that Nidarian Defender when it goes into Cloak. I don't think it goes into Cloak, but it just goes, like... The model disappears except for the lighting strips. I have no idea what's going on there.
Oh, why are we flying around in circles? We should start.
I don't know.
We should go back to doing this.
Seems like a thing to do. But yeah, I'm sure the MCU as modern mythology, they would definitely do that for like the January term.
Oh, that's cool. Well, maybe I should move there.
I took a 1-month course on the the chemistry of baking. So learning all about them.
Them glutens. It's all about the glutens, baby. It's all about the glutens, baby.
So have we started, or did we roll for our second giveaway?
We haven't. I was thinking about doing it in a few minutes.
Yeah. Well, if you have not joined in yet, The word is over. Type in the word over into the stream chat of your choice now for a chance to win 999 little not favors. They're going fast. This is our last weekend.
Do it.
To give out the favors. This is not the last weekend of the stream.
We're giving out Lola Nut favors, by the way, not just generic favors. We're not going to come to your house and dust off your collectibles or vacuum your rug or anything like that.
You say that, but we haven't had this one. We haven't had the next staff meeting yet.
I'm not doing it. I have enough problems trying to get my own house clean. I don't need to worry about somebody else's.
Especially with a 3D printer that just creates stuff.
Oh yeah, do you want to ask me some questions there?
Well, before the show started, you were talking about your 3D printer is just keeps, is always printing.
Yes.
And my question was is this a Telltale Heart scenario? Is it just constantly printing stuff and you're not telling it to do anything?
No. I'm printing stuff.
Okay.
I mostly am printing board game inserts, like organizers for certain board games, some of my larger board games. In fact, I printed one for a game called Star Trek Frontiers, which is based on
some science fiction franchise you've never heard of.
Yeah. Well, it's based on a board game called Mage Knight, which is sort of like an adventure game, dungeon crawl type of game. And in Star Trek Frontiers, you play as either the Enterprise D, the Defiant, the Lursa and Bator, the Duras sisters, in a Bird of Prey, or is it Martok? I think Martok in a Negvar. So you pick one of those ships to play as, and you get a deck of cards, and the deck has the same kinds of cards as everyone else, as all the other characters, except there's like 2 or 3 cards that are specific to your deck. So like if you had the Defiant deck, you'd have like a Captain Sisko card that did something different than what the Captain Picard deck card does, and
Punch cube.
Something like that. Like Sisko's more offensive. Picard gives you diplomacy, which is a currency in the game, and I forget what the Duras sisters, whatever. Anyway,
I mean, I had a suggestion, but I'm not going to say it out loud.
Yeah, Deputy Way, I'll answer your question in a minute. So the premise is that you all start at the wormhole in the Gamma Quadrant. So you've entered the wormhole, and your job is to explore the Gamma Quadrant. And as you explore, you run into Romulan warbirds. You run into Dominion ships. You run into Dominion starbases, you run into Romulan starbases, and you run into regular starbases and regular repair bays. And basically, you've identified that there's a Borg cube somewhere in this area in the Gamma Quadrant, and you're trying to get to it before everyone else is, because you want to defeat it and then gain the research from it, and so that's the game you sort of play. That's one of the scenarios anyway. There's other scenarios too.
I was going to say, this is clearly a fantastical premise, because if there's a Borg cube in the sector, my instinct is to find the opposite direction and go that way.
I mean, I think it might even be damaged or something, but anyway, so that's like the premise of the base game.
It's up on blocks in the driveway.
Yeah. So that's the premise of the base game. Then they had an expansion called The Return of Khan. And so that expansion comes with the Enterprise A and the crew and stuff. Oh, and you can recruit crew throughout the game. You can stop at star bases and recruit crew. So you can recruit you can recruit Klingons from star bases or certain worlds. You can recruit Romulans from certain star bases, from Romulan star bases and worlds. And then you can recruit Starfleet personnel from star bases and worlds and stuff. It's pretty cool. So in the Return of Khan expansion, you get an Enterprise A with a Kirk deck, and then you get a Dominion ship. And so the premise is that during the events of Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, when they're in the Mutara Nebula, Kirk and Khan get propelled forward in time and thrown into the Gamma Quadrant, where Khan has discovered a Dominion ship, and has taken over a Dominion ship, and his people have taken over a small Dominion fleet. And so there's a couple of scenarios. One of them is where you enter the Gamma Quadrant looking for Khan to defeat him. The other one is you and Khan both know that there's a Borg cube nearby, and Khan has discovered that there's a weapon on it that he could use to destroy the Federation. And so your job is to get to the Borg cube before he does. And then once you've secured the weapon from the Borg cube, you then have to go after Khan and defeat him. So it's a pretty cool scenario. Like the fact that just thinking of Khan with a Dominion ship is kind of, crazy. So let's do our giveaway, and then I will answer what my favorite Star Trek themed board game is, and then I can tell you about some other cool stuff I printed. Because I did tell you I printed a Star Trek item, which I have not talked about it yet. So.
This is not the board game separators.
No, it was not the board game separators, but it is a game item. So, all right, let's do the giveaway here. So, for our second stack of Lola Not Favors, generously donated by Kat, the winner is... Oh, it's Deputy Way. Look at that. You're going to get an answer to your question, and you get... whoops. I pasted the wrong thing. Hang on. The winner is...
It's too late. It is too late. It is too late to type in the word over.
Yeah, sorry. All right, here we go. Yes, the winner is Deputy Way. So congratulations. So private message the Priority One Twitch account and include your in-game @handle, and I will mail you those in-game after the show.
Congratulations.
So my favorite Star Trek themed tabletop game is probably a game called Star Trek Ascendancy. And in Star Trek Ascendancy, you take on the role of a faction. So you can either be... The base game comes with the Federation, the Romulans, and the Klingons. And then they've also added the Cardassians, the Ferengi, the Andorians, and the Vulcans. And later this year, they're coming out with the Dominion and the Breen. So you basically play as one of these factions, and it's like an epic game of exploring the galaxy and discovering new worlds and exploiting those worlds, or researching those worlds, or getting them to join the Federation. Depending on what faction you are, you do things differently, and then you basically grow your civilization. So it's as if you're playing as a Star Trek faction over hundreds of years. And it's a pretty epic game. It takes over an hour per player. So if, like I played it a couple months ago, and it was 4 players, and it took us 6 hours to play. We did stop and have some lunch in the middle of it.
Good
but
Lord.
Yeah, it was like 6 hours to play. And the Romulan player won, which was disappointing.
I mean, that's not Twilight Imperium bad, but
it's
good God.
It's pretty close to Twilight Imperium. In fact, it's the same scale as Twilight Imperium, but it's not it's not quite as crunchy, so to speak, as Twilight Imperium. It's a little bit more refined in its mechanics. So I played as the Ferengi, and the Ferengi, they can't. So the whole goal of the game is to gain ascendancy. So everybody starts with one ascendancy, and you explore planets, and you can. Who just petted a tribble in the? Oh, was that a? Did we just get a follow? Oh, Sunpleo followed us. Thank you so much.
Welcome aboard.
So you have to get ascendancy, and to get ascendancy, you have to get culture. And so when you settle a new world, or you take control of a new world, there are different resource nodes that you can put on it. One's research, one's production, and one's culture. And so you're basically trying to. Oh, we got the planet killers already. Good lord! Right, I'm going to the closest one.
I'm going to Delta.
So, like the Federation, they get bonuses if they discover new civilizations. So if you flip over a planet and then you flip over the exploration card and it's a warp capable civilization, or actually any civilization, I think, they get bonuses. So it's really cool. The Ferengi, though, if the Ferengi player has a ship in orbit of another player's planet, then they get production from that because they're trading. They're doing trade stuff. And you can even make it worthwhile for those people by giving them trade agreements that then get them bonuses. So, and then the Ferengi can't build culture nodes because they're not very, culture oriented, but instead they can purchase ascendancy at a higher rate. So it's a really interesting, sort of mechanic for the.
It accurately reflects how the Ferengi would perceive and achieve a victory.
Exactly, and like for the Cardassians, you don't produce. So there's a phase of the turn where you produce resources based on the nodes that you have on planets you control, right? Well, the Cardassians don't produce any resources unless they have a ship in orbit, like an overseer. Like, they need to occupy the planet in order to produce the resources.
I can see why this takes an hour per person.
So the Romulans are sneaky because they get bonuses if they do more research. If they just kind of hang out in the shadows and do research and subterfuge, they get bonuses. And so what ended up happening was we just kind of he wasn't very aggressive to the rest of us, and we had two other people fighting, and then he was just sitting there doing his research, gaining his stuff, and then out of nowhere he's just like, okay, I'm gonna win next turn, and we're like, wait, what? And then sure enough, we couldn't stop him. We tried to get to his homeworld and take it over, but we couldn't do it.
But Picard says it's always a game of chess with them. But this guy clearly played it more like Risk, where he just sits on Australia and just builds up his ships and steamrolls the rest of the planet when no one else is ready.
Oh, thank you, Jason. That's awesome.
The protective bubble is down. Go after
I can't wait to see some pics from tonight.
I thought this thing would. Okay, I thought the planet killer was already dead. I think everyone left. Whoops.
So yeah.
You're gonna say they. So you said that they are coming out with them soon. So this is a recent publication. This is a newer game.
So the game was commissioned from CBS for the Star Trek 50th anniversary. So the game, they asked the board game company that produced it, called Gale Force 9. They said, look, we want you to make a board game from scratch, so not a reskin or a retheme of an existing game. They said, we want a brand new game that captures the feel of Star Trek on a grand scale, and we want it for the 50th anniversary. And so that's when they did, and it was released in 2016. Is that the 50th? 2016.
Yep.
And so it was released in 2016, and then they've over the course of several years they've released. They usually every 2 or 3 years they'll release 2 expansions. So the first set of expansions were the Cardassians and the Ferengi. Then they released the Andorians and the Vulcans. And the Vulcans are really cool because they start the game with 3 ascendancy. But they don't win by gaining 5 ascendancy. They win by completing agendas. And you, at the start of the game, if you're the Vulcan player, you get 2 agendas. One of them is face up during the game, so everyone knows what that agenda is, and the other one is a secret agenda, and they don't know what it is. But if you can complete it, then you win the game. And so it's very like Enterprise era Vulcans, right? Where like you think they're being all like high and mighty, but they really have like secrets,
It's also a game of chess with them.
Yeah. So that one's really cool, and all the other factions can build star bases, where you can commission fleets and like sort of build new starships, but they don't have star bases. Instead, they have ambassadors, and their ambassadors can go to other people's star bases or planets, and I don't know what benefits they get. I guess maybe just towards their
duty-free shopping.
Yeah, duty-free shopping. I think it's mostly just for their objectives and stuff, but it's pretty cool. The other thing is that they can, because Vulcans are an ancient civilization that went out and explored the galaxy before all these other factions, they can settle on worlds that they haven't even discovered yet, like in the game, because they've been out in space so long. So
then they're scanned that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a really cool game. I really enjoy it, although it's a tough one. There is a Borg expansion also that you can play. So there's a couple of different ways you can play it. You can play it solo or cooperatively, where basically you start on your homeworld and you have to build out your civilization, but at the same time, the Borg are coming from the Delta Quadrant and they're making their way to your homeworld to assimilate it. And you basically have to build up your forces before they get there, and the expansion, the Borg run on like an AI deck of cards. So like you have a whole procedure where you look at what's the game is called Star Trek Ascendancy, Nova, and so you flip these cards over, and there's like a whole procedure, like how many Borg cubes are there. You roll a die. If the number is higher than the number of Borg cubes, then a Borg cube spawns at the transwarp gate. Like all this stuff happens, right? So they are making their way towards you to assimilate you. Well, in a multiplayer game, the Borg are still automated by an AI, but if one of the players' civilizations gets assimilated, then in addition to the Borg's turn, they take a turn as the Borg. And then they get to choose what cards the Borg plays on their turn, as if they've been assimilated by the Borg, and now they play as the Borg.
If the Borg get multiple players, do the players have to argue over which ones get played?
No, because what happens is that the AI gets a turn as the Borg, just like it has the entire game, and then when it's that player's turn that's been assimilated, they play as the Borg instead of themselves. So the Borg then gets an additional turn. So every time the Borg assimilate a culture, they gain another turn, except it's the actual player that's taking that turn for them.
I really I was tickled by the idea of, all right, now we're going to have to put this to a vote to see which of our remaining friends we're going to murder next.
No!
By the way, whoever assimilated the Citadel Dreadnought, you sick bastard, I salute you.
Oh, wow, look at that thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing, actually.
I was asking at the time because, like, I worked in a board and gaming and hobby store for a while and never heard of this. I was like, how the hell did I miss this?
Oh, wow. Speaking of that, we forgot to start the last giveaway of the night.
Ooh,
so
yeah,
let's do
get
that.
Rolling. We're
all right. So for our
stretch.
our last stack of Lilin Out Favors, 999. It looks like the vacation is over. Captain. So type in the word Captain into the chat for your chance to win our last stack of Lilin Out Favors until next summer.
Thank the Lord, I don't like the Resin event. It's boring.
Well, all right. There's our hot take for tonight.
I usually like it for about a week, maybe a week and a half. I'll grind out for about a week and a half, and then I'll get bored of it.
Like, I don't hate it. It's just that you do the same repetitive I don't like it. It sounds ridiculous, but it's like I'm tired of doing these races and Horgon Hunt. Like, come on.
Yeah, I always get excited when it starts, and I like I said, I really enjoy it for like a week or two, and then it's like, okay, I'll get in, do my daily, get out.
But and then I mean the reward for the jellyfish ship. I mean, personally, I didn't really have a care for it, so I think that's also to show I didn't really care for the event all too much. Because the stuff in the event store wasn't even worth it to really jump back into it.
It may help if more of the summer event activities were more like active, because like we have there's two different races. Go and find something. Go and find a whole bunch of something.
A whole bunch of things.
And then a
Dance off.
and then the dance off, which is the superior part by far. And then the float, which is kind of like go find a whole bunch of some things, but don't do anything with them. Just go past them. So yeah, how are you on the winter event in comparison?
I've actually, to be honest with you, never done the winter event. I always end up skipping it.
Give it okay. Well, y'all got a couple months, but maybe give it. Maybe when you, maybe don't skip it this time first, but also like, let's compare the activities and see. It's like, hey, this is more my thing because this feels more like gameplay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to end up doing, because I see a lot of gameplay, like, there's one with a bunch of snowmen and just to run around with, like, snowballs and throw snowballs at them, which is like, ooh, this looks like fun.
Oh, wait till you get, I mean, you can buy, like, a snowball minigun and fire it at the
you can see it in
snowballs.
the event store, in the winter event and stuff, you can see it.
Yeah, the winter event's a lot of fun. The Klingon ice fishing is fun. The assimilated snowman is fun. What's the other one? Oh, the gingerbread. The Crampiri. Is that what it is? You're fighting the Crampiri.
Snowmen are coming down all 4 lanes.
The reason I didn't do the winter one all the time is because it's always a Breen ship. I was like, I'm so tired of seeing Breen ships. I'm so fed up with it. So I didn't do it. I was like, okay.
Oh, well, the last 2 years they've done Fakiri ships.
Alright.
Do you even stow, bro?
Yes and no.
Does anyone here really stow?
Do you even stow, bro?
Q
is a genius.
Isn't he also so handsome?
I wish he had a voice line, like from Picard or something. It would be great.
The Voth are retreating.
Oh, that's right. He says, and so handsome.
It would be perfect if saying that it was his birthday. Like when it's the anniversary, when you click on it, he says, "I'm so handsome."
And Nova says this year was actually the Eisenberg, so they dipped into.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but that was a special thing. I think that was not a. I'm pretty sure they didn't even that was not the original plan. It was when Aaron Eisenberg passed away, they decided to do that. Oh, Cairo. Yeah, I got to do that. Grind out the eggs and the the monkeys and stuff on some of my characters, because that is a really great way. That's actually both events, the winter event and the summer event, are a great way to grind out marks by doing a couple of the events and getting research tags and breeding the epos and the monkeys and the birds, and then exchanging them in for marks. That's a really great way to grind that out.
I mean, the other thing I'm looking forward to is the next set of story missions, because it left off on a really interesting note.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think we missed a follow. Hoppy02 followed us a few minutes ago. So thank you. Thank you for the follow.
How
welcome,
could we
Hoppy.
miss that?
I don't know. I've got tequila. What's your excuse?
I'm just sitting here, question mark?
What's the best T6 ship or legendary ship for a mine layer build? That's a good question. That's not a very popular build, but I've seen some people make that work.
Wouldn't you want it to be maneuverable since you're just dropping mines?
Yeah, I don't know what the right answer for that would be, but I that's something I've always wanted to do. Also, is a mine layer build, because there's that power where you can relocate the mines and stuff, and like I feel like there's something there, You have to be a kinetic damage, right? Mines do kinetic damage.
Yeah. Hatsune Miku says just the Lexington.
I personally, as a cruiser person, I would not advise the Lexington, because it's just too big and too slow. It cannot move. Like, it can if you build it right, but it just can't get that moving around. And you probably should get a different weapon layout if you're doing mines.
Yeah, there's the Vorgon Cruiser, which was the summer ship from a long time ago that had a 3-5 layout that, like, everyone looked at and said, yeah, this is for mine laying.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, and the other thing is, you have to watch for certain ships and like their specialization, because the Lexington's a miracle worker, which is kind of built for like beams, not really built for doing what is it?
Well,
mines.
I mean, but you can do mixed. What is it? Mixed
elements for synergy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is, mines and torps take so long to recharge that will be gone before your mines are even reloaded again. Because it only lasts, 10 seconds? So basically you fire your mines off once and torps once, and that's it. Because there's some mines that take forever to reload. I don't know what it is.
Can you put mines on the front of your ship?
Nope.
Can't. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
That it would be really funny if you could.
What's the Vorgon ship that had the 3-5?
Let me check on.
I don't think I have that ship. I think that's one of the ones I missed.
Vorgon, it's a Dreadnought cruiser, but it's at the very bottom. It's right above the interceptor.
Oh, I do have that. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe I'll try that. At some point. If you don't have that ship, as OFW Osiris pointed out, it is available in the Phoenix ship list, but you got to pull one of the epics, I think. So.
Oh, good thing I have one of those.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know of any other ship that's got a 3-5 layout. Are there? Probably. Do I know of one? No.
No, I don't think there is. There can't be.
I do not believe there is any more. that layout.
First off, are there any other ships that have more aft than forward at all? Like, that's just not a thing, right?
Not anymore.
Okay, Cyrus is also pointing out 3 purple mine doffs. Gets a tri-cobalt mine out really fast, and I don't know what MDPV2 means, but I'm going to assume that's good.
The point appears to be
The problem with the ships they release now, they're more focused towards either torps or cannons or beams. Mines kind of take a back seat at this point in time in the game.
Mine dispersal pattern beta 2. Thank you. I guess no, I do not stow, bro.
You didn't even
What?
wait for me to say it.
No, but as kind of relevant. Something came up way at the beginning of the stream. We were talking about the ship upgrade tokens, and someone asked about a bridge officer elite upgrade token.
Yeah.
Did you see the leak?
Oh, what leak? There's a leak?
So
Beg your pardon?
a couple weeks ago or a month ago, this Zen store had a item in it in which you could purchase it, but no one knew what it would do, because obviously you would put money into something you have no idea what it would give you. It said
Sounds like
Elite
Kickstarter.
Bridge Officer Training Manual. So it's like a captain training token, but it said Bridge Officer.
Oh my gosh.
No one knew what it would do. So it just sat there in the store, and then the next patch they got rid of it. It was hilarious.
Well,
So you know something's coming.
I guess that is gonna happen.
Question is, what would it give your bridge officer?
Why would be
Yeah.
Well, it would-
That's my question. Is what is it going to do?
elite? So, well, it would have to. It would definitely give an extra device slot, probably. It would maybe give an additional ground and space power, and maybe you can.
That would only matter for ground though, because additional space power. Okay, you have 5 slots to put space powers in.
Oh, I see what
the
you're saying.
commander seats only have 4 power slots.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So
There's not even that many of them.
So yeah, that's kind of useless. No, well,
The other thing you gotta think about is you have so many bridge officers. It's insane. Same thing with ships.
Especially as easy it is to get rid of a bridge officer. Like
I mean,
a
it's an
ship,
interesting
like a
concept.
ship, make you like type the name in and turn 2 keys at the same time. A bridge officer is just like, oh, whoops, you buy.
I mean, you
they're
still
gone.
have to enter their name when you dismiss them, and that can get tedious at times depending on their name.
actually, I'm using mixed armament synergies.
For an idea, earlier
Okay,
we were
there-
talking about the Red Alert event that's coming up with the ship upgrade token. I was thinking, why don't they do so you know the upgrade token, you have to select either the upgrade token or the specialization point. Usually you don't get both.
Yeah.
Why don't they do the same thing with the captain upgrade token and the ship upgrade token? Just put a little selector in there and you get to pick which one you
Oh
want.
man, that'd be awesome. But I
Since-
think
aren't they the same price?
are they?
Let me check.
I was gonna say because I think that would go to Panda's point about how you have.
So, for 3 captain upgrade tokens, it's 3,000 Zen. For 3 experimental ship upgrade tokens, it's 2,000.
Yeah. I think that's because of the amount you have of each.
Like, I don't understand though why one would be more expensive than the other.
Not to get cynical about it, but think about it from a monetization perspective. If you're only ever going to, if a player is only ever going to purchase 3 captain upgrade tokens and then like 12 ship upgrade tokens, you would want to capitalize on that 3 captain token purchase. You'd want them to be higher.
The individual prices for the individual ones, you can just buy one at a time. The ship one is 1,000 and the captain train token is 1,500.
Exactly.
So yeah, but it would still be an interesting concept if they ever decided to do that. I think it would be their best move. It's just put a little pick one. You don't get both. You just get to pick one.
You guys keep breaking this down. I'll be right back.
Oh god, he's running away from us.
Because nothing drives streamer engagement like game economic discussions.
Oh yes. Should we talk about master key prices right now?
Oh, absolutely. While we're watching Tony just fly off into the edge of the map. Look at him go.
Let's see what the current prices are on master key, shall we?
He's still. Wait. Tony.
He is moving.
Tony, what you doing, man?
He's at quarter impulse while he reaches the edge of the map before he returns.
I mean, well, okay, actually we are technically inside though, so he would hit a wall eventually.
Ladies and gentlemen, master key prices at 12 million. So if you want to make some EC, sell a key. Hey, that rhymes.
God, now there's another idea for it. A Priority One Armada media venture is Market Watch.
Yeah, it's just someone sitting at the exchange 24 hours a day. Today on the Star Trek Online exchange, EC has gone up 2% in current value. Check it back in an hour for updates. Well, next thing we have is a weather channel.
Weather. It's still space.
Nothing's happening.
The plot convenient ion storm will not arrive for another 3 days.
I can't think straight. I think James would be perfect at a weatherman.
Yeah, float him.
He can do it in this J. That'll make him happy.
At last, a use for the J.
Yeah, setting him
Although
deep off
it
in
really-
space where we don't have to see it.
Although it really ought to be in like the Ryzian weather control vessel for accuracy.
True. I'm just
Weather-
trying to give an
what-
excuse to get that thing as far away from us as possible.
All right, I am back. What did I miss? Anything interesting?
We were just declaring our unconditional love and admiration of the Universe class.
Now,
Good. Just as it should be.
See, you can tell even the most blatant lie if you just do it with a straight face.
no. I refuse to say anything about that ship. It hurts my eyes.
The greatest ship in the game.
Oh,
Now-
I'll say plenty about it. You did not specify anything positive. Is the thing. Yes. Okay. Nova is saying James on the weather control. Jesse at the exchange doing market updates. The Priority One
that'd be
Armada
great,
media
yeah.
empire expands.
Oh, look at that! The master key prices have gone up 0.1% in price. Check back in an hour for updates.
Well, as much fun as this is, how about we give away our last stack of Lowland favors, and then we wrap up this
Lovely show.
CNBC financial stuff
Financial
report.
advising.
That's probably the best before I start setting up Priority One Armada fashion watch with me and Kat.
Yeah.
And you won't believe what Unit 13 of 47. You won't believe what culture Unit 13 of 47 was wearing this week.
Oh lord.
All right,
I feel
so
like one of those TV shows.
let's do our final giveaway here. So, for our last stack of... Our last stack of Lola Not Favors goes
This is
to...
it, people. This is the end until 2022. 2023.
2023.
Time doesn't matter anymore anyway.
And the winner of our last batch of 999 Lola Not Favors is Cow Things. Cow Things on Twitch, watching on Twitch. So Cow Things, go ahead and private message us on Twitch and with your in-game @ handle, and I will mail those to you after the show.
Congratulations. And just want to say real quick, hello Porcelain Doll, thank you for following.
Ooh, another one.
Oh, and Handcrad Kira, do we get them? They also followed us earlier. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yep, thank you for the follow. I hope you get some of the useful information that we did not provide.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Look. You know, we covered Star Trek board games. We covered a little bit of 3D printing. We covered Star Trek Transformers. We covered a lot of great things.
We're here for a good time, not an informational time.
Yeah, some STO stuff. Yes, we did cover STO stuff. Hopefully you were here for the STO news segment earlier, where we did talk a lot about stuff happening in the game and stuff coming out and sales and whatnot. If not, you can go back and good night, Lathanen. You can go back and rewatch that. All right. So, thus concludes episode 227 of the Priority One Republic live stream. But before we go, here's a glimpse at next week's show. James will be in the captain's chair hosting with Jesse and Ziento. So Jesse, you're doing double duty, huh?
I guess so.
As with every show, we will be talking about the latest news from Star Trek Online and the Priority One community. Plus, we will be teaming up with you in another adventure zone to earn more marks and dilithium.
The Priority One Republic wants to hear from you in-game, so join us on our Priority One chat channel by typing in the chat box /channel_join space Priority One, all one word, and then hit the enter key.
And become a citizen of the greater Priority One community by heading over to PriorityOneArmada.com. We have multiple Federation and KDF fleets for you to start your career in the Priority One Armada today.
This episode of Priority One Republic Live is brought to you by our community patrons through Patreon.com. Find out about the thank you packages we offer for each tier and add your support at Patreon.com/PriorityOneArmada. It's your support that keeps us going.
And speaking of Patreon, a special thanks to our Patreon supporters like Wile E. Coyote, Prince 1983, Teacher Guy, Amerigen, Tizan, Asar, 4, Seal, Karaback, B Film Fan, Ross Lemon, Gojinx, Darth Riz, Miller, Shigura, Eric Allen, Kat, Victor Val, and our new Patreon, Astro.
Want to be notified of our next live stream? Then follow us on our various channels on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You'll never know when we will have another giveaway.
Before we go, I'd like to say thanks to our artist, Jason Smith. Thanks to our in-game promoter, Sean Babbitt. I would also like to say a very special thank you to my co-hosts, Panda and Jesse, for joining me this week. Thank you, guys. And finally, of course, a big thanks to you, the viewers, because without you, none of this would be possible. So until next week, may the elements watch over you. Live long and prosper. Jolon True, folks.
Jolon True, all y'all.
Peace out.